So, you're thinking about bringing an AI on board for your business? That's awesome. It's a total game changer. But, getting it all set up might be a little different than you think. Today, we're going to walk through the essential first steps for hiring your new AI employee. Let's dive right in. This, right here, this is probably the single most important thing you need to get. Just think of it like this. You're hiring a super efficient employee. That's the AI. It can do incredible work, for sure. But you, as the business owner, you're the one who has to actually hire it, set up its workspace, and basically sign off on everything. You own the whole setup. The AI just works inside it. And this really shows you that split perfectly. Look, over on the left, that's your role as the owner. All the stuff tied to your legal identity, your money, your ownership. Then on the right, you see what the AI gets to do, all that powerful, time-saving work that's going to free you up. Getting this division of labor isn't just a good idea, it's the foundation for this whole thing. So, let's get into why this whole separation thing exists in the first place. A lot of people come into this hoping for some kind of magic button they can just press, and poof, the AI does everything for itself. But, as we're about to see, there are some really big legal and practical reasons why that just can't happen. This is it. This is the number one question we hear from business owners. And hey, it's a totally fair question. If this AI stuff is so smart and so advanced, why does it need me to do all this setup? Why can't it just, take care of the whole shebang from start to finish? And here's the straight up answer. An AI is an incredibly powerful tool, right? But it's not a legal person. It can't prove who you are to a bank. It can't pull out your credit card and agree to terms of service. And it definitely can't give legal consent to send text messages from your business. Only you, the owner, can establish that legal and financial foundation. Okay, so this brings us to your first big job. You have to own the accounts. And try not to think of this as some tedious tech chore. Really what you're doing is building the house that your new AI employee is going to live and work in. You're setting the foundation. These are the big three you'll need. First, you'll set up a Twilio account. That's what gives your AI its voice and the ability to send texts. Then, an OpenAI account. That's the brain, the actual intelligence. And finally, a SendGrid account, so it can send out professional emails. The key thing here is you create them, you own them, and you put your card on file for them. All right, so once you've created those accounts, the next step is basically proving you are who you say you are. This is a huge security and trust step. It protects your business, it protects these service providers, and most importantly, it protects your customers. Let's just use Twilio as a perfect example. Look at these steps. Every single one of them requires you. You have to create the account in your name. You have to verify your legal identity, sometimes with actual business documents. You add your business credit card, and you buy a number or authorize bringing your current one over. An AI legally and practically can't do any of this for you. Now, you might stumble across this crazy-looking term, A2P 10DLC. Don't let the name scare you off. It's actually really simple. In the US, it's just a required registration for businesses that send texts. You're basically just raising your hand and telling all the phone carriers, hey, I'm a real legitimate business, and the texts I'm sending are not spam. It's a legal thing, and only the business owner can do it. And to get that registration done, you'll see you have to provide things like your official business name, your employer identification number, or EIN, and a little description of the kinds of messages you plan on sending. See? Again, this is all about legal accountability, and that has to come from you, the owner. Okay, so you've built the foundation. You've proven you're a real business. Now, it's time to let your new employee get to work. But you're not just going to leave the front door of the office wide open, right? No way. You're going to give them a specific set of keys for the specific doors they need to open. In the tech world, these keys are called API keys. You, as the owner of the accounts, go into your OpenAI, your SendGrid, and your Twilio accounts, and you generate these special, unique codes. Then you give those keys to your AI system. It's awesome because this lets the AI use the services you're paying for, but it never needs your master password. And it's the same idea for giving it access to book appointments on your calendar. It's totally secure, and you always stay in control. And here's another key you'll provide. This one sounds super technical, but it's crucial for making sure emails from your AI actually land in your customers' inboxes and not their spam folders. You basically add a couple of special records to wherever you registered your domain, like GoDaddy. Think of it as giving your AI an official company ID badge that it can show to all the email servers out there, proving it's allowed to send mail on your behalf. And finally, maybe the most important part of all. You have to remember, your AI is only as smart as the information you give it. It's a blank slate. It can't magically guess your prices or your business hours or the answers to the questions your customers always ask. You have to feed it that knowledge base. This is the step that really turns a generic AI into your expert AI employee. So, you've done the work. You've stepped up as the owner, you've proven your identity, and you've given your AI the keys and the knowledge it needs to do its job. Now comes the really fun part, the payoff. Let's take a look at what happens when you fully embrace that owner role. Get this. Once you've handled those foundational tasks we just talked about, the AI system can then take over and install and configure a staggering 95% of the rest of the system all by itself. It literally takes the keys you gave it and gets the entire workplace set up and ready to go. But what about that other 5%? Well, that's you. That's the part you just did. It might seem like a small number, but it is without a doubt the single most critical piece of this entire puzzle. Why? Because things like identity, billing, and legal ownership can never, ever be automated. That is the core job of a business owner. And just look at what you get for it. Because you handled that crucial 5%, your new AI employee is officially on the clock and ready to work 24/7. It's answering calls at midnight, instantly replying to texts from new leads, booking appointments directly into your calendar, and so much more. This is the real power that you've just unlocked. So you see, the real question here isn't about the technology. It's about your vision. You've stepped up, you've established yourself as the owner, and you hired this incredible new employee. The only question left is, what are you going to empower it to do for your business first?